It's fascinating that you hear a connection between the ethereal soundscapes of the Cocteau twins, particularly Liz Fraser's vocal style, and the often overlooked ethereal qualities within Olivia Newton-John's extensive musical catalogue. While Newton-John is widely recognized for her mainstream pop hits, delving deeper into her discography reveals a consistent thread of airy textures, delicate melodies, and a certain transcendent quality that, when viewed through a specific lens, can indeed resonate with the Cocteau twins' sonic universe. To explore this potential influence, we must first understand the core sonic elements that define both artists. The Cocteau twins, with Liz Fraser's iconic, often indecipherable vocals layered over Robin Guthrie's shimmering, dreamlike guitarscapes and Simon Raymond's atmospheric bass lines, crafted a sound that was both otherworldly and deeply emotional. Their music often evoked a sense of floating, of being suspended in a beautiful, hazy realm, where meaning was often conveyed through texture and feeling rather than explicit lyrical content. Fraser's voice, in particular, became synonymous with this ethereal quality, her soaring, breathy delivery often resembling an instrument itself, weaving intricate melodies that transcended conventional song structures. Olivia Newton-John, on the other hand, built a career on a foundation of pop, country pop, and adult contemporary. Her hits were often characterized by clear vocals, catchy melodies, and relatable lyrical themes. However, within her vast catalogue, particularly in some of her less commercially dominant tracks, and even subtly within her more popular songs, lies an undercurrent of ethereal sensibility. This manifests in various ways: the spaciousness of certain arrangements, the use of reverb and echo, the breathy quality she sometimes employed in her vocal delivery, and the overall mood of certain songs that evoke a sense of gentle introspection or dreamy romance. Let's examine the specific examples you provided to illustrate this connection. Xanadu, while undeniably a disco-infused pop song, Xanadu possesses a distinct ethereal shimmer. The synthesizers create a swirling, almost celestial backdrop, and Newton-John's vocals, while clear and strong, have a certain lightness and airiness that contributes to the song's dreamlike quality. The overall atmosphere evokes a sense of fantasy and otherworldly beauty, themes that resonate with the Cocteau twins' penchant for creating sonic landscapes that transport the listener to another realm. The layered vocals and the echoing effects further enhance this sense of spaciousness and otherworldliness. Magic, this song, with its gentle, flowing melody and its lyrics about belief and wonder, carries a distinct sense of enchantment. The arrangement is relatively uncluttered, allowing Newton-John's smooth vocals to float above instrumentation. There's a subtle use of reverb that adds a hazy quality, and the overall feeling is one of gentle transcendence, akin to the serene and uplifting aspects of some Cocteau twins tracks. The focus on a feeling of wonder and the almost whispered quality in parts of the delivery share subtle kinship with Fraser's ability to evoke profound emotion through sonic texture. Carried Away, this lesser-known track likely showcases the more explicit ethereal tendencies within Newton-John's deeper cuts. Without specific instrumentation details, one can imagine a song titled Carried Away possessing a sense of lightness and momentum, perhaps utilizing swirling instrumentation and breathy vocals to convey a feeling of being swept away by emotion, sonic elements that directly align with the Cocteau twins' signature sound. The very title suggests a departure from grounded reality, a theme often explored in the Cocteau twins' abstract sonic narratives. Have You Never Been Mellow? Even this seemingly straightforward ballad possesses a certain gentle, almost languid quality. The arrangement is spacious, allowing Newton-John's soft vocals to take center stage. The overall feeling is one of peaceful contemplation, a stillness that can be found in the quieter, more introspective moments of the Cocteau twins' music. While not overtly ethereal, the song's mellow and airy texture provides a foundation upon which more overtly ethereal elements could be built. Please Mr. Please, while rooted in a country pop sensibility, Please Mr. Please features a delicate vocal delivery from Newton-John. There's a vulnerability and a certain breathiness in her voice that, when isolated, shares a subtle similarity with the fragile and emotive qualities often present in Fraser's vocals. The understated arrangement, while simpler than the Cocteau Twins' layered soundscapes, allows for a focus on the vocal texture and the emotional nuances within the delivery. The potential influence of these ethereal undertones in Olivia Newton-John's music on the Cocteau Twins, particularly Liz Fraser, lies in the exposure to a pop artist who, even within the constraints of mainstream music, explored sonic textures and vocal deliveries that hinted at a more dreamlike and atmospheric realm. Fraser, known for her eclectic musical tastes and her ability to absorb and transform influences, may have subconsciously or consciously picked up on these subtle ethereal qualities in Newton-John's work. It's important to note that influence is rarely a direct, one-to-one replication. Instead, it often manifests as a spark, an idea, or a feeling that resonates with an artist and contributes to the development of their unique sound. Fraser might not have explicitly said, "I want to sound like the ethereal parts of Olivia Newton-John's music," but the cumulative effect of hearing these qualities in a popular artist could have contributed to her own exploration of breathy vocals, layered harmonies, and a general sense of sonic spaciousness. Furthermore, the cultural landscape of the late 1970s and early 1980s, when Newton-John's popularity was at its peak and the Cocteau Twins were beginning to form, was one where a certain kind of melodic sensibility and vocal delivery permeated the airwaves. Even within pop music, there was often a focus on smooth vocals and lush arrangements, which could have created a fertile ground for artists like the Cocteau Twins to then push these elements into more abstract and ethereal territories. The Cocteau Twins took these subtle ethereal hints and amplified them, stripping away much of the conventional pop structures and lyrical content to create a purely sonic experience focused on texture, emotion, and atmosphere. Fraser's vocals, often devoid of clear lyrical meaning, became the primary vehicle for conveying these abstract emotions, much like an instrument weaving through Guthrie's shimmering guitarscapes. Now, let's consider the perspective on Tori Amos. You mentioned that most die-hard Cocteau Twins fans are also die-hard Tori Amos fans, yet you describe Amos as dissociate to their music. This apparent contradiction highlights an interesting point about musical appreciation and the subjective nature of influence. While on the surface, Tori Amos's piano-driven alternative rock, characterized by her intensely personal and often explicitly lyrical content, might seem far removed from the Cocteau Twins' ethereal abstraction, there are underlying connections that could explain the affinity between their fan bases. Both artists are known for their strong, distinctive female vocalists who possess a remarkable emotional range and a unique way of conveying vulnerability and power. Both Fraser and Amos, despite their vastly different styles, create intensely personal and emotionally resonant music that often delves into themes of love, loss, spirituality, and the complexities of human experience. The dissociation you perceive might stem from the more grounded and narrative-driven nature of Amos's songwriting compared to the Cocteau Twins' more abstract and atmospheric approach. Amos's lyrics are often central to her songs, telling stories and exploring specific emotions with a directness that is largely absent in the Cocteau Twins' work. Her instrumentation, primarily focused on the piano, creates a different kind of intimacy and immediacy compared to the Cocteau Twins' layered and often heavily effects-laden sound. However, the shared appreciation among fans might lie in the underlying emotional depth and the uncompromising artistic vision of both acts. Both the Cocteau Twins and Tori Amos created music that was deeply personal and challenged the conventions of mainstream music. They both cultivated a strong connection with their audiences through the sheer emotional power and unique sonic identities of their work. Perhaps the fans who appreciate both artists are drawn to music that evokes strong emotions and transports them to a distinct sonic and emotional landscape, regardless of the specific methods employed. The Cocteau twins create this through atmosphere and texture, while Tori Amos achieves it through lyrical intimacy and raw emotionality. The common thread is a commitment to artistic integrity and a willingness to explore complex emotional territories in their music. In conclusion, while Olivia Newton-John's mainstream success often overshadowed the more ethereal aspects of her musical catalogue, a closer examination reveals a consistent presence of airy textures, delicate melodies, and a certain dreamlike quality in some of her work. These elements, while perhaps subtle, could have contributed to the broader sonic landscape that influenced artists like the Cocteau twins. Liz Fraser's unique vocal style, characterized by its breathiness and melodic abstraction, might have found resonance with the less conventional vocal deliveries and atmospheric arrangements present in some of Newton-John's songs. The affinity between Cocteau twins and Tori Amos fans, despite the apparent differences in their music, likely stems from a shared appreciation for emotionally resonant and artistically uncompromising music, even if the methods of achieving this resonance differ significantly. The connection, though perhaps not a direct line of influence, highlights the fascinating and often unexpected ways in which musical ideas and sensibilities can permeate and shape the creative landscape.